Good morning, guys. It is 6:30. Jack just woke up. He has not slept in until 6:25 or 6:20 in years. I had to go check on him, and I think that's what woke him up. Because, you know, it's that cycle that you have being a parent where you are like, sleep in, sleep in, sleep in. And then the second they sleep in, you're like, are you okay? So I checked on him. He was fine. A couple minutes later, he was up, and he's snuggling with my husband right now, and my husband in the spare room bed. And Emily's watching Daniel Tiger. I just uploaded yesterday's video, or 2 days ago's video. I'm uploading yesterday's video right now. Jackson, we have our CTN meeting. It's our, I don't really know what that means, but we're having it today. It's the BI, so Jack's behavior interventionist, his program manager, and then whoever is above her. I never remember her name. Her name's Ingrid. So they're going to come over, and we're going to have a meeting with those three, my husband and myself, and just to discuss if we're going to still do one-on-one work with Jack, or if we're just going to go to like a parent coaching kind of thing, because then we don't have co-pays if we do that. So we'll see. We're going to have that meeting. If there's time, we're all going to go to the playground and see how Jack does. Jack's been hitting Peyton lately. Not like full out hitting her, but like he'll bump her like he used to do Emily. He'll want a toy and he'll swat her on the leg with a stuffed animal. And even though that's not, it's not horrible, obviously, but we don't want it to escalate into something more than that. So we are going to talk to the CTM about that. And again, maybe eventually they'll see some of these behaviors from him. So I guess we will talk to you guys later.
Scooby-Doo, where are you? You got some work to do. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? You got some work to do. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you?
Whoa! There's Green Lantern's Green Lantern.
It's not a green lantern.
What is it?
I think I should call it a fire crystal.
A fire crystal?
No, a fire crystal.
A fire Christoph?
Yeah, a fire crystal.
Oh.
Is that a casket on the top?
It might be.
Oh yeah.
How does it stand up?
You know what? It doesn't really stand up by itself, buddy. See, if you put it right here, it doesn't really. It can rest there, but yeah, it doesn't stick.
Okay, what I am doing right now is I'm converting regular white snaps on my diapers to white heart snaps on my diapers. I love these fancy snaps, and Nicole, the owner of Honey Buns, she used to do special snaps. She doesn't do it anymore. I have a feeling they're just harder to center, and her diapers are so in demand that I have a feeling she doesn't have time. I'm not positive of the reason, but there is a special set of pliers. These pliers are to put the snap on, and there is a set of pliers that are special to take the snap off. However, they're $32, so I YouTubed some alternative methods, and one that I saw was you take a box cutter, and it's got this, I'm trying to see how well it'll come up. It doesn't, but inside of this circle is like a little kind of dot, kind of a raised mound, and that's what holds the snap in there. So if you do this enough, the snap will come off. See, I haven't done it enough. And again, I haven't done it with this minky fabric yet, but it worked with the PUL. So I just kind of dig around in there. Oh, it came off. So what I'm going to do, and there's already a hole, I'm going to put my heart snap directly through, like that. Make sure that it comes through on the other side. I see it. Attach the back to it. So make sure that the heart is facing up. Usually when I attach these snaps, I still have some room to wiggle it if it doesn't go on completely straight. The back, I was noticing the back of this is pink from being against the red Minky. And again, these are the pliers. And you just put the heart inside of the black part and make sure that it's pushed all the way in. This one was not. So I'm going to push, oh, I hear it is all the way in. It's a little bit harder to see with the Minky. And then you just push. Oh, and the way that you can tell if it went in and it's working properly, it snaps. So now, converting that to the heart snaps. I was going to convert this one, but I think since this one looks like a little snowflake, I might leave that. But yeah, so that is what I'm doing while the kids are napping. And actually, I'll also show you the start of, these are all the snaps. This is the third diaper that I'm converting. I'll go get the blanket that I'm starting for Emily to show you. And this is what I started working on last night. This is going to be Emily's bigger blanket. Because again, this is part of the vintage Little Mermaid sheets. And I like that it has Ariel, it's got King Triton, and this is, as you can see, was toward the bottom of the sheet, so I really liked that I didn't have to cut into the middle of the sheet. And I wanted to do Red Minky in the back, so when the blanket is finished, again, it'll be this in the front, it'll be this in the back. However, this piece of Minky, I have no idea why, I've cut into, so I would lose, you know, 5 inches of the blanket, if not more. So I'm going to go to Joann's and get a new piece of Red Minky. Because, again, I like having, like, all the fish at the bottom and stuff. So, and I don't want it to be, like, a square blanket. I want it to be more blanket dimensions. So that's why I'm not working on this right now, and I'm working on my diapers. And I want to order more heart snaps to convert, like I have some red diapers, I'm sorry, a lot of diapers that have this red color snap, and a lot of diapers that have black snaps. I just think that it gives the diaper, it makes it look a little bit more special. So, again, that's why I'm not working on this blanket, I'm working on these, and as soon as I find out the exact color of the snaps that Nicole orders, I'm going to email her. I tried to email her, it didn't work. Then I'm going to order red heart snaps and black heart snaps and start converting those. So that's what I'm working on. Oh, what happened with BI this morning. We had our, what's it called, I guess, a CTN meeting. And it, again, it was the BI, the behavior interventionist, the program manager, and then the program manager supervisor. Her name is Ingrid, I always forget her title. But they came over and we basically meet once a month, myself and my husband and those 3 ladies. Pardon me, and we assess how the programs are running for Jack. Excuse me, if there's any success, things we need to change, things that we want to, like, add to work on with Jack. So, again, I think I've expressed this before. Jack is always perfect in session. But with us, he has some behavior issues, hitting and kicking and pushing and biting and licking. And so we were expressing these concerns, and Jack actually showed them behaviors today. He had a lot of trouble waiting to play with us and the BI and the program manager, because that's usually what we do, is we come and play. And I think that the problem why they haven't been seeing any of these behaviors is he's great on one-on-one, but I have another child that I also have to take care of, so I can't just play with him and only him all day. So I have been incorporating some things to play with him and Emily. It's just hard because of the 3-year age gap. They both love Duplos. They like not tennis balls, cotton balls, and we just make snowballs and stuff, and we play with the cotton balls. We did that for like an hour one day. So I have been looking for activities to do with both, now all 3. It's just a little difficult sometimes. So anyway, so yeah, it's hard for them to see because they're always constantly playing with them. So they hung back for about an hour and a half, and Jack, he didn't, I don't think he hit Peyton, but he did. She was sitting on the couch, he put his legs on her, he kind of rolled around on her, laying on her, and she was using her words. I was so proud of her. She was saying, "Jackson, I don't like that. Jackson, stop." So I really like that she has been using her words more, like I've been asking her, because she'll kind of, I guess tattle would be the word. You know, Erica, Jack's doing this. I'm like, well, honey, can't you tell him that? Say, Jackson, I had that, or Jackson, I don't like that. And same thing, Peyton and Jackson act like brother and sister now. It's so funny to hear them bicker. And so I've also been telling Jackson, because, you know, she'll take a toy from him and I'll say, okay. I said, but honey, tell her. I said, she doesn't know if you don't tell her. Don't just come tell me. You can still tell me, but tell her or tell him, I don't like that. Please don't do that. Can I have the toy? I had that first. Do you want to play this? Let's play puppy. So they're really, really getting much better at communication. But again, today he wasn't getting the attention, so again, he was kind of laying on Peyton on the couch, like on his back, just kind of rolling around, and she was saying, I don't like that. I don't like that. And I said, good for you, Peyton. I said, great job telling him. And so there were a couple times Jackson had to go into his room to calm his body, is what we call it. Because we don't really want to call it a timeout, because he's not technically in trouble. We just want him to stop doing it. We want him to learn to stop doing it, and that going into his room and calming down is not a punishment. So he did that a couple of times, and he threw things, not at either of, you know, not at Emmy or Peyton, but just kind of threw them because he was wanting attention. So they finally got to see some of these behaviors, which was nice. And next Wednesday, which I guess would be this coming Wednesday, I have 2 boys coming over to play, and then I'm going to see if the following Friday, Friday, if I can get my cousin to bring her son Jeremy over, because Jeremy and Peyton are friends. They're neighbors. They've known each other basically their whole lives. So Peyton and Jeremy will probably play differently than Peyton and Jackson. So it will be interesting to see, for all of us to see, if Peyton and Jeremy start playing a certain way, and if Jack feels left out, if any behaviors come out. Because he also raises his voice, and he says things like, I hate you, or I'm not your friend anymore. And he doesn't understand what that means, and we tried ignoring it, it didn't work, and then we tried to say, that's not a nice word, we don't say that to our friends. And he's still not picking it up. So again, it will be interesting to see how that goes next week, with hopefully we'll be able to keep the Wednesday playdate for sure, and then hopefully we'll be able to have the Friday playdate as well. So that's what went on today. My in-laws actually are leaving tomorrow to go up north to see my husband's grandparents, so my father-in-law's father and his wife, and they came and picked up Jack, took him to McDonald's for a Happy Meal, and they like to walk around Target. The girls are sleeping, and again, I'm doing all my crafty stuff, so I can't believe I actually got a few minutes to work on some stuff. And when the kids get home, we're going to finish the Father's Day craft that we're doing, and we're going to try, hopefully, if we have enough time before Peyton gets picked up, we're going to make chocolate chip cookies for the dads. So I hope you guys are having a great day. I will probably film more later, but just in case, I will also sign off. I hope you guys had a great day. Bye.